Russia's war against Ukraine destroyed much of country and attacked international order. But according to new book by political risk analyst Maximilian Hess, it is also a challenge to US-led dollar system. Economic war. Global conflict between Ukraine East and West follows the recent relations between Russia the West. Hess. Economic sanctions on the increasing tension after Russia annexed Crimea in 2014. Explains how commercial disputes and other financial concerns penetrate and how this situation turned into a total economic war after the full invasion of Ukraine last year. Hess argues that Kremlin brings these different areas together in a wider challenge to the Western economic order, and especially US dollar. Russia says that when it is defeated, there will be a chance to overcome some inequalities caused by the dollar system, and it will be inevitable to re-include Russia in the international financial system. So if Russia respects the sovereignty of neighboring states. Here, openDemocracy presents an excerpt from Hess' new book published by C Hurst Co on August 3. Get the free ODR Weekly summary of our latest stories about the post-Soviet world. Ukraine has been surrounded by war since February 2014, when Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered his forces to take over the Crimea. It then provoked a conflict in the eastern Donbas region of Ukraine. After 8 years of conflict and increased tensions in Ukraine, Russia launched a total invasion on February 24, 2022. This not only triggered biggest war in Europe since 1945. It also turned tensions between Russia and the West into an economic war, effects of which would further increase, will be felt all over the world. The first invasion of Russia was triggered by the Euromaidan Revolution, which forced Ukraine's President Viktor Yanukovych to flee the country in 2014. The revolution had undoubtedly an economic component. The first protests were ignited by Yanukovych's decision to reject a trade agreement with the European Union. But underlying reason for this was the deep corruption of Yanukovych government, which many protesters saw as intertwined with its pro-Russian agenda. Prior to revolution, Putin argued that closer ties, as envisaged in partnership agreement between Ukraine and West, would threaten its own economic agenda and vision for future of Eurasia. Russia's annexation of Crimea shaped relations between Russia and the West in following years. Western sanctions damaged Moscow's ability to seek funding in the West, causing Putin's immediate circle to be undesirable. Although Russia's largest businesses, their economic ties west have not been greatly affected. Sanctions led Kremlin react instinctively, claiming have tighter control over Russian economy and trying gradually weaken West's influence both at home abroad. Russia has also become increasingly active in efforts to provoke internal tensions of West. Perhaps worst example of this is debate on Russia's role in D.